2016 Amazing Las Vegas Comic-Con.
Geekadores!
Yes, I am here with artist, writer, animator, porn superstar, 5-time Ultimate SmackDown champion, Mat Nastos. How's it going?
Pretty good. I've smacked a lot of things.
That's good to know.
Forearms like this without smacking a lot of things.
All right, so
let me hold this.
Fine then.
Go ahead.
So you're a regular here at Amazing Las Vegas.
Yep.
How's it feel coming back again here?
I love Vegas. I mean, it's awesome food, but awesome fans. The most important thing to me, the reason why I do this, and like I sketch for kids and stuff, is because they're the reason I have a job. And I remember growing up and going to conventions, and I'd go and try and meet an artist or somebody that I liked, and they would be rude, and like that killed the show for me. So that's what I like to do, is I like to come and make sure that the kids have the best time possible, so that, you know, like, so they want to come back and they want to do stuff, and they want to buy my stuff. So.
Oh, that's always important.
Yeah.
All right, so do you have something that you're working on right now or planning on working on in the future? This is something big that you could tell people?
Well, our next show, we finished Phineas and Ferb last year.
Right.
Our next show is called Milo Murphy's Law, and that premieres next year.
All right.
So it's basically Murphy's Law. It's his grandson, and it's him dealing with the curse and all that stuff. So in our head, it's the next neighborhood over from Phineas and Ferb. So you're going to see some crossovers. It's all the same guys that did Phineas and Ferb.
All right.
So.
All right. So then, speaking of shows, Voltron is back on TV on Netflix. What are your thoughts about the bringing it back?
I liked it. Okay, here's what, like, when everybody asks me about it, they're like, okay, what do you think about Voltron? I'm like, that's how I remember Voltron when I was a kid. I go back and watch Voltron now, and it sucks so much. It's so awful. Like, But the new one, like, that's how I remember Voltron. It's, have you ever seen G.I. Joe Resolute?
Resolute.
It was like an anime G.I. Joe from about 6 or 7 years ago, written by Warren Ellis.
Yeah, I did see that.
It's the same thing there. It's like that was an adult version of G.I. Joe, and it's like that's how I remember G.I. Joe in my head, but that's not how it really was.
Oh, no.
But no, I liked Voltron.
I'm
only on about episode 8 now, so I haven't finished. I haven't got whatever the big twist is.
I'm like on episode 5 minutes in the first. I just can't get time to watch it. I'm sorry.
We should. We'll just act it out. I'll just act out all the episodes.
Activate interlocks.
I call Allura. I get to be Allura.
All right. I call Lance because he's like the Raph of the group. He's angry, usually.
I see you as Pidge.
Pidge?
Yeah.
Why? Because he has the mice?
I think you're Pidge.
Glasses?
I imagine you've got gerbils somewhere.
I do have a guinea pig. Well, my son has a guinea pig.
Right. Is his name Richard Gere?
Too soon?
We're going old on the references.
All right. Now, is there anything here at the Comic-Con that, like, outside of your booth and your drawing and your creations here that you get excited about seeing and just looking for?
Well, for me, it's the people. There's a guy named Rick Hoberg who is an old school Marvel artist. I am the real Rick Hoberg. He was kind of an idol of mine when I started getting into storyboarding in the early 90s. He was a guy that had done comics, moved into animation and storyboarding and stuff, and so he was one of my idols, but I never met him. We had always worked on, like, I would work on a show and leave and he would get on it, or the other way around, or like I would start on a movie and he would finish it. Like, he worked on Cyborg and I worked on Time Cop, and it's like we were working with the same people, but I never met him, and I got to meet him in Hawaii. And so we got to hang out here, and I had alcohol with Rick Hoberg, which is pretty awesome. So it's like meeting stuff like that. He all he had was a vodka martini, so he knew better. But
just letting you guys know out there, apparently the rumor is, or just
it's not a rumor. I have people here that will confirm.
Yes, multiple people have said don't drink with Mat Nastos. Yep. He will drink you under the table. Just throw that out there.
I've broken 3 Power Rangers. There's a gentleman, one of my favorite people in the world. His name is Azim Risk. He was the black the black Megaforce Ranger and the green Super Megaforce Ranger.
First African American Megaforce Ranger. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. You got me there. I like doing that joke. Anyway, I met him in Arizona, and he decided, he saw me drinking Midori Sour, and they're like, that's not a real drink. I was like, we should have a challenge. And so we did the Marion Ravenwood challenge from Raiders of the Lost Ark, where we set up 10 shots in front of me and 10 shots in front of him and just went. And I'll email you some photos of it. It's pretty amazing. And He got messed up. He got messed up in Hawaii. We broke the red Samurai Ranger in Hawaii. Physically, spiritually, he had a bloody nose. It was awesome. So yeah, I like to break Power Rangers, but my record is I've done about 41 tequila shots in 2.5, 3 hours. I would give you an exact time, but after 40, you lose track of time. You're like a time lord. I'm like Doctor Who.
I would lose a week of life after 40 shots.
Yep.
Just I'd wake up a week later without clothes, not knowing who I am.
In the Power Rangers defense, he hit 19 tequila. Oh, and when I say shots, nothing else counts. So we also do Jameson, we'll do beer, Midori sours, stuff like that. Those don't count. Because those are, I call those douche drinks. You use those to wash your vagina out. So only the tequila counts.
That's good to know. I'm just gonna suggest you get like tattoos of Power Ranger silhouettes with like X's through
I think
them.
I'm gonna do that. There's one here, I haven't met him yet. I think he's scared.
And just like, I still have these Rangers left. All right.
I don't know where to take it from there.
Rom the Space Knight, he's on your poster back there.
Oh yeah.
I love Rom. He's coming back.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Rom?
I like the Marvel Rom, and that's my childhood. I don't know if you can bring that back because it's not the same character. It's I'm sure the new creative team is great, but it's just hard to capture that. You know, I mean, since it's a completely new character, that means it's not Rom.
I just hope they come out with the toys again. But it has like more than 4 points of articulation.
Well, they had the one that it only had the arms that moved.
Yeah. It's like, okay, maybe you could turn the head if you break it, and you got arms that go up and down.
No, Rom, the original comic is one of the best comics that Marvel put out. It lasted for 7 years. Bill Mantlo was just an amazing writer. He's very underrated now. A lot of people don't remember him, but he was just a great writer.
And you got one power, one superpower. You only get one pick. You don't take it back. What power do you pick?
Flight.
Flight?
Yep, I would fly. Because I would get me the fuck out of this interview. Oh!
This is where you drop the mic and you walk off?
I should have.